Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi, and we're back with Insecure. Insecure is back for its final season, which is very sad, but I think it's bittersweet because a lot of our favorite black shows have not gotten to end on their own terms. So I'm actually very happy because we're gonna get to see a ending that they wanted to give us, which, like I said, is not very common. So they're ending season 5, which seems really early. It feels too soon for it to end, but I'm also like happy to see how they're gonna wrap it up. And this season premiere kind of like got me more hype because I feel like they're hitting the ground rolling almost in a way, because it's like things are happening in the first episode off the bat, which I feel like the show in the past has moved a little bit slow in comparison to like this premiere seems to have like given us answers to questions that we had. Enough long talking. This is my recap review of Insecure season 5 episode 1. If you haven't seen my other reviews, I will leave a playlist up in the cards and down below of my Insecure reviews. Season starts off with a few different things happening, right? We already saw it, but it's been 2 months and we see Issa at San Francisco airport. So I'm sure we all thought she was gonna go see Lawrence, but they were going to Stanford for a 10-year reunion. And I just enjoyed the dialogue as usual. I enjoyed all the little like jabs they take at each other. And then we see, that Molly in fact is single still. Because I feel like you never know if you're gonna have like a real clean break. Sometimes people do make up, sometimes things do change, but Andrew said, nah, I'm out this bitch, and that's what it was. So they're broken up, and they reference like people posting on Instagram, weird stuff, quotes, thirst traps. Some people, we all post different things when going through a breakup, which was very funny and relatable, I'm sure. So everybody's together at Stanford. We then see that Issa and Molly still have a little bit of awkwardness between them, which I was like, it's been 2 months. Should we be past this awkwardness? Have they not been talking? Like, I'm a little bit confused because it did have a convo at the end of season 4. But that gets resolved, and we get to understand a little bit more about that as time goes on as well. Also, I want to say that I'm most excited for the looks. I feel like Insecure has, from episode 1, season 1 up until now, always give us looks, okay? And I'm gonna miss that because I feel like we don't really see the looks in any other show. I feel like, let me know in the comments if y'all see looks like this in other shows. Between the hair, the makeup, the fits, it's always something like Molly always looks good. Like the fits always looking good. Issa's fits always get me. The fit that she wore leaving the airport in the first time seeing her on screen this episode. So Kelly said something when she was giving advice about about friendships that really stuck out to me. She was saying we were fake back before we were back, which if you ever had a fight with your girlfriend, if you ever had like a friendship fight, that makes sense to me because it's always like, are we good? Are we not good? You might have to like try a little bit before it can be normal again. I'm not someone that has a lot of friendship fights, so I can't truly relate to this 100%, but I think even with your sisters and with other people in your life, it's like you kind of have like a fake a fake dialogue, a fake interaction a few times probably before you have that real one that you're just like, okay, this is my dog. And at the end of the episode, we see them have that this is my dog moment, which is beautiful to see, to be honest. Then we meet the crazy friend who was busting it wide open. And I was really weak because she fit right in. Like all this talk about their rap group, them rapping, them talking about the rap group name being Trap, whatever, and Tiffany being like, you never been in Trap before. Like this is real life conversations, okay? I'm sure we've all had to be like, ma'am, reel it in. That's not really who you are. It's relatable. It's relatable as hell. Then we see Molly talking to some, old classmates or whatever. And I feel it was just funny to me because whenever people have a single friend, they do whatever they can to link up their single friends and try to push you and usher you into dealing with that person. It's just really interesting. It's like, can't she just hang out and talk and have a good time? Like, why does it matter that he's single? Yeah, they had a past and we heard that later on, but I'm watching and I'm like, leave Molly alone. Like, she just broke up with this man. She was really loved, Andrew. And I understand some people's way of moving on is to like move on and find somebody new. But I feel like for the person that she is, she definitely needs a little bit more time. She definitely doesn't even know what the hell she wants to do as she's heartbroken. So I was just like, damn, leave Molly alone. Like, she's not being annoying. She's not being super critical this episode. We're just getting back to the swing of things. Don't push this single man down her throat that she wasn't really checking for. Like, we're just here for a reunion. But it also was a laughable moment because I feel like people do that. Like, oh yeah, my friend's single over there. And then you just walk away like, no, can we act a little normal? Can we dial it down? Then we get to Kelly being dead. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when they said she had the best stanky, like when I read it on the screen, I was like, Stanky leg used to be that thing. So like if you had the best one, you probably really was busting it down. Then the song came on. It was it was a nice moment. It was great comedic timing with the song, and she was hurting, which I think we'd all be hurting. Like, you're dead supposedly, and people remember you being like the most minute, insignificant things about you is what they remember. We all will be hurt by that too. But it was also funny because who the hell says that she had the best stanky leg? We hopped to the bathroom with Issa. We finally have our mirror convo. We haven't had a mirror convo in a while. It was a convo with her past self, even better, Loved it, enjoyed it. When she asked about dating and she was like, it's complicated, I was hurt. It hit me. Even though I understand that it's complicated, even though I get it, it hit me. I was like, oh, is that where we are? It's complicated. Ugh, hurt. Hurt. Even though I have not been Team Lawrence in a long time, the last few episodes of season 4 got me on the train because I was like, oh, this is just so beautiful. They're just so beautiful together. They get each other like woo, 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 woo. And then they pulled Derwin and Melanie on us and got Condoleezza pregnant. So it's a whole shit show, which I understand. But I'm like, ooh, it's complicated. Hurt my feelings. I'm not going to hold y'all. And now we're on a panel. The panel was awkward. Panels are always awkward. As someone that does natural hair on the internet, I've been on a few natural hair panels, and it's always a moment of like, what the hell am I doing? Like, this is awkward. Like, it's always a moment like that. So I felt for her because I feel like I'm the awkward person in a room all the time. So I can understand, like, everybody's just so confident, everybody's just so together, everything's perfect, and then you're just there like, I'm can't relate to what y'all got going on. I don't feel the same. Which I wrote down on my notes that one thing I'm gonna do is bullshit, because I'm not gonna sit up there and admit that I don't have a defining moment. If everybody's giving up their moments, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna pull it out my ass. Which actually I appreciated her honesty, because that's a different level of honesty. Like, admitting that everybody's saying their moments of like success and how they're doing or whatever, and then you just feel like, well, shit, I haven't had that moment and I don't feel like I know what I'm doing, which I'm sure is very relatable. Even if you have a traditional 9 to 5 job or a salary job, like, it's still relatable to just be like, what am I doing? What's going on? What's happening? Why is this? It's relatable, especially when your whole life, like with your partner, with whatever, like financially, you might be like on a path, on a track, but you still be like, damn, I don't know what I'm doing, which I think is normal, especially for this age range. So it was interesting, and it was very honest, and it was very pure, which is beautiful to see. But I was like, damn, sis, just pull it out your ass, because you're honest. I was feeling for the character. And then Molly was in the audience, like, smiling, like, you got this. And I was like, oh, Molly cares. Molly is here, she wants to be there. And that was beautiful to see that too. They're doing a little job of like sprinkling in the nuance of their friendship. Truly enjoyed that. And then at the end, Issa was like, damn, I bombed it. She felt like shit. And Molly was like, she put her friend hat on. Molly put her friend hat on, and she was like, you know what? I'm going to hang out with Issa. I'm going to put my friend hat on. I'm going to be there for her. And then they had a little convo, and you could tell Issa was biting her tongue, not saying nothing, didn't want to upset Molly, because when you're in a weird place with somebody, you don't want to you don't want to just outright say, I think you bugging, or I think XYZ. You want to just play it safe, play it cool, because you don't want to like rip the band-aid off of a wound that's not closed, and they obviously weren't in a good spot yet, that she felt comfortable to be honest with her, which was interesting. When she was talking about the dude and she was like, why is he divorced? I think it's a normal question to ask, why is someone divorced? But I also feel like at this moment in time, who cares? Like, that's where I'm at. Like, this moment in time, he's newly divorced, you're newly single, and I don't even, like, I think that it depends on what you're looking for. She clearly wants something serious. She's been saying this for seasons upon seasons. She wants a serious partnership. So I don't know if either of them would have been ready for that, because it's just like so fresh, you know? And did she even like him? Which Issa touched on later on. Like, you don't even really mess with him like that. It was just something real casual, and you was worried about yourself, which is something that I think is important for her character at this time specifically, is to worry about herself. She was talking about her therapist in the earlier on. So I'm happy she's still going to her, because she always drops bombs. I feel like I'm in therapy when I watch Molly in therapy. So beautiful, love to see it. I really enjoyed that combo they had when they were walking. Yes to the Telfar bag. I love to see it. I love to see it. And I actually was thinking, I hope they get to have more combos about like what fell short with them. It may not be on camera for us to see it or whatever, but I felt like you can't, it's easy to pretend and to just push through the hard part and then to get it to be normal. But if you don't discuss it, then it's not going to get resolved, because it's going to happen again. Like, you know, even though Molly and Issa both have been seemingly maturing and figuring out how to be better people, it's still important to discuss like what went wrong, what were the holes that, you know, mess up the ship, for lack of a better phrase. So I hope they do have like a deeper convo. They probably already had that at the when they met up at the end of season 4, but we didn't see it. But then they still were feeling awkward. So who knows? I'm just spitballing, obviously, because these videos are just me talking about this episode, like y'all watching it, you know. So now Kelly's hurt because she went to her memorial, which is very interesting, and people didn't really have much things to say because, and I think also, I definitely made close friends in college, but if I was to speak on them now that I haven't talked to them in however many years, what the hell would I say? Like, I think you can't really expect people that you haven't kept in contact with to like speak from the heart about you, because ma'am, like, who are you? It's been 10 years for them. Like, who are you? Yeah, you had a good stanky leg. Yeah, you couldn't eat kale. Like, bitch, I don't really know you outside of outside of that. So then the friend gets them set up, y'all. And when I tell you, I wasn't even laughing because I'm like, oh hell nah. Like, the friend gets them set up with these terrible acting skills, and that's that. She gets the watch, the shoes. I'll be hurt about my phone and my wallet. Just take the money. Like, I need my wallet. Like, I need my ID. I don't want to have to get a new ID. Like, are you kidding me? I don't want to have to get new debit cards. I'm going to cancel it anyway. Just, if I have cash, take that. But leave me my stuff, because it's a hassle, okay? That's what I was thinking. Like, it's a hassle. Now Molly over here barefoot, disgusting. In the liquor store parking lot, even worse, okay? These things, I was just thinking, I'm like, this is disgusting. I'm feeling for them. But yeah, their friend, you know, set them up because times is hard. Okay, and I haven't seen y'all in 10 years. We're not really friends. I feel like after 10 years, you're not friends. I used to know you. You know what I'm saying? So she used to know them, because they're definitely not friends after 10 years of not speaking. She robs them, and that's just that. And that was the moment they were able to mend their friendship in a way, because they were able to laugh at the literal BS that just occurred. And then her not taking Issa's shoes, comedy. Comedy only Insecure will give us. Keep them shoes. Like, I don't want them, for obvious reasons. So we cut to a Kelly memorial over breakfast. It's a lot for me, because I'm like, but why, Kelly? It's okay that they don't have heartfelt things to say. You haven't seen them in 10 years. But anyways, they speak from the heart about Kelly. Kelly is a good friend to them. They go through all of that. I was looking like, okay, interesting way to end the episode. Then the dude comes by and brings up Omari again, which is like, sir, that's not my man. I don't want to talk about this. Like, and I appreciated the convo they had after where it's like, literally, like, what? And then Issa's like, finally spoke her mind, which was a nice moment after the laugh they had. Like, you don't need to worry about him. You don't need to worry about him. He's nothing to worry about. When 10 years ago, he wasn't nothing to worry about. And now that we're in the present day, he ain't much to worry about. Like, and I appreciated the convo about like, oh, well, I felt like when I was, 20 that I had time to turn people down and not care and live my life. Where maybe now in their 30s, she feels the pressure because she wants to have a family and she wants to have a husband. And, I think as women, we can relate to that. And I like that they touched on that. But I think the after part, like the resolution of like, yeah, it's important. I want that. But I'm not going to just not be myself and settle because I feel like time is ticking. I think that people do that a lot in this society that we live in, like, right, like, let me just deal with them because what are my options, I don't have other options, or I don't have time to find a new option, or like whatever. And I get it because some people want to have kids and they want to be able to do all the things that we're told we have to do. But I appreciated the conversation. It hit me, it felt relatable because it's like, back then you didn't care, so why should you care now? Which I think is like kind of like how I look at life. So I appreciated the convo, and I appreciated them having that moment of like togetherness, right? Like that nobody else could do, because they've been had their ups and downs, but the Molly Issa friendship is still like a nice one. It's still lovely, even though I'm sure in the past I've been like, oh hell nah, end this shit now. I'm sure, I know I have. But my heart was warmed by this whole interaction. So now we see Lawrence. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I was hurt. I was hurt because you give us this moment of like, oh, they kiss. It's complicated, but it's still going on. That's cool. And then you could tell she's not really feeling it, which is, the convo that she had with Molly likely is a catalyst for her, like thinking about what she wants and then just being like, I don't really want this. I don't really want to deal with this because I don't really have to deal with it, which again is relatable, but it hurt me. It hurt me. Even though I've been team Nathan since we met Nathan, it hurt me. I'm sure Nathan's not going to be a part of her life romantically. I don't think they're going to double back that way, but they might. Who knows? In the preview, we did see Kofi. So I'm getting vibes. Because I love Kofi. So if it's Kofi, we got to go with Kofi. I don't really care. But we don't even know Kofi yet. So let me just bring it back a little. Point is, she ended it with Lawrence. And I feel like the connection, they reminded us of this connection at the end of season 4. They reminded us of the closeness, of the bond, of the time they've spent together. They reminded us of what was good before it wasn't, because we met them when it was bad, right? They reminded us of what was good before it wasn't. And then it's like the rug was pulled up from under us when Shorty got pregnant. And when the season ended, we don't really know what she was going to do. So here we are 2 months later, and she said, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. Which again is understandable. It's relatable. It's also just like, I get it. But it hurts. So we'll see where they go with this. I feel like it was a nice season opener. A lot happened, I feel like, in terms of like answering questions for the first episode. And I also am interested to see where they're going to take it. Like, are we going to see Lawrence in his like new life a lot? Are we going to see characters like Nathan a lot? Are we going to see her with the new person, Kofi? Or are we going to, I don't know, we'll see. Or it's going to be more so her focused on her and building her brand and building what it is that she wants for her future. Also interested if we're going to get Molly to have like the send off of like the family or like the partner that she's always wanted. I don't know how they're going to end it. Actually curious to see how they're going to do that. But yeah, guys, that's my little recap, my little review. Y'all know I'm an insecure stan over here. I never really have anything bad to say about the show. As a black woman in my 20s, I feel super seen when I watch this show. I feel like I'm looking at things that I've gone through, things that my friends have gone through. I feel just like seeing the melanin on the screen everywhere you look. It just everything. It's everything for me. So I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm happy they get to have the send off that they wanted to have as opposed to being cut off in the middle of like, a storytelling process. So video done, video lock off. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is your first video of mine, you're like, who is this girl? Join us, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. We'll be here every Sunday night with the Insecure upload for the next 2 months, pretty much. And I do post other content, like beauty related, hair related, all kind of stuff. So join us because it's lit over here. Like, it's all I got to say about that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Before I go, let me know your thoughts as always. What did you think of tonight's episode? We always have a dialogue in the comment section. Bye, guys.